you're a little bit behind on time. When I'm looking at MOUZ ports right now, I feel like they can see how all of those 10 seconds are going to be spent right before the bomb gets planted safely, and the two CTs are at their maximum disadvantage in their angles with the ability to trade from two different sides, and we can see that take place right now. And they actually were able to walk all of their splitting players through arch, through lane, and out of halls as well to make that as difficult as possible for Liquid to telegraph. Liquid need to protect arch.
Something different, Liquid. Not going to sit in the site, but instead throw all A players, barring Yakinder on arch, into the apartments. This is a throwback to another round where Nitro's going to be left on his own, and unfortunately for him, MOUZ are coming to sniff out top banana.
Yeah. This is quite an interesting setup. It's countered by not working map control, so if MOUZ are going to just explode on one side or the other, then this is a real problem because you're very far away from the action. And right now, MOUZ are causing some distractions. And the tough part for Liquid is because they don't have any vision on banana, they don't know if MOUZ are about to commit or not. So they're forced to blindly rotate again. And luckily for them, because they kept two in apartments, they're not totally weak on A. They're still close. They can peek out boiler. They can have the long halls exit. And it might be hard to read that there's two players here. But it looks like they might be avoided entirely, because most of the players are execing on B right now. But the bomb is actually coming back. Okay, so this is where the keeping Hall's presence actually could pay off.
Let's see if they can hang on. They'll see if they can stop JDC from getting through apartments. If he kills OC, then the boiler pressure could unravel. And JDC, cautious as ever, catches a little skin. OC still sitting here, and it's a Liege instead that gets stuffed. OC's gonna fall back on Valve. Yakinder, there it is. Something for Liquid finally. And Frozen will succeed in dropping one at B. Forces Torzi forward, swaps to the AK. Yakinder, killer instinct, comes out wide, can't catch a fourth. JDC has done it yet again. Naf's close enough to stop this. JDC's going for the plant. Naf a little slow. Ooh, but he gets it. That bomb's gone down and Frozen has 16 health, but if he comes out apps, that could have been his only chance. He decides to concede it, and ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid's first round win.
Listen, it looks a little bit scary, but it's actually quite a nice round from Team Liquid, because they start out with the Hall's control, it ends up paying off later on. They even have the freedom to rotate out as they overstacked it with 3 players, and they left to go respond to some of the audibles that were being called on B. And that shows you this limit pushed to its absolute limit, or this setup pushed to its absolute limits, and it still worked out. There's still time for Yakinder to get back into place. MOUZ felt uncomfortable even after they had killed those Hall players, figuring out what the rest of the setup was. And this was with Liquid losing their first player at the bottom of Boiler, who I thought was going to be a critical part of the engagement. So really nice round from Yakinder, of course, but an interesting idea and a setup that I haven't seen Liquid use too often, if ever.
Something fresh from the boot camp. Here we have something we have seen before. Yakinder dropped out of that one. There's a chance, of course, for Elish to try and chase that, but you'd think with Yakinder going heroic mode in the last round, and that being the only thing that saved them, somebody else needs to use that as their inspiration. And OC, dude, Exertion comes around the corner with the insta-dink. OC never even gets a damn chance to shoot back. Naf inside of the pit, very much stranded, and he just gets gunned down by JDC. This could not be easier for MOUZ. Jeez. They're gonna take a 10th, and Team Liquid looking like chumps.
Yeah, they really are. OC is getting bodied at the top of mid. It's reminding me of the game we saw with Liquid and Cloud9, where Cloud9, no, not one of the fastest teams in the world, but for whatever reason, we're really doing an excellent job of targeting OC, either holding brackets, holding lane, opping, rifling, whatever it was. And it felt like the early portions of the round were dedicated to just trying to rush him down. It definitely feels like it's not one of the most comfortable spots for OC. There was nothing wrong about the way he played off the pillar, but the comfort out of players like Exertion, especially on these T sides, is apparent.
They're going to fight every step of the way. No reason not to just go it down, take every single weapon away from Liquid, shove them back down into the economic dumps that they've been struggling from this entire map.
Yeah, on the bright side, one round is good, but they've shown no comfort in taking deep banana control. When they have, they got totally picked apart, either by Frozen, either by Torji, or another rifler. I mean, it's been no problem on that half of the map, and you can't play Inferno with one half of the map. Banana is the most important part of the map, period. So you can supplant, or you can kind of, how should you say, compensate for lacking banana control with other things like the Halls play, but you can't do it every time.
Little alt mid push here from Pistols. JDC's got a nice piece of cover in the doorway. that was meant to inspire Team Liquid and the chance of a, you know, low buy win, no, deleted. As every other round essentially has been. Damn, MOUZ going to be turning some heads in the opening map of the Legends stage, which I think, coming off of such a dominant showing inside of Challengers, this is the perfect start for them.
Yeah.
Just continue forward, right? Because I'm sure as there are doubters around us, there's also doubters in their own mind, in the sense that, like, oh, we dispatched of our caliber quickly. Can we go ahead and take down what's supposed to be the incoming Legends? And Team Liquid, we're talking about a Cologne Finals.
Yeah, it was a big result to make it all the way to Cologne Finals. I've heard a couple of people, Pimp, Bianco, they didn't feel convinced.
Okay.
And I was surprised, because I think I was. I thought they actually did look really good. I think there were players, for example, like Yakinder, who I put in the tier and caliber of player literally up with Simple right now, Shiro in the Challenger stage, Zaiwu overall, that can win a game almost single-handedly. I say almost because we look at Shiro in his first 2 matches with like about 60 to 70 kills over 2 maps, and he still lost, so it's possible to lose. But Yakinder, being the best opener in the world, even if he gets nearly as many kills, as Shiro did in any of those games, around 30, they are the most impactful kills possible. There are a lot of opening duels, which most teams at this level are converting 70 to 80% of the rounds to get the opening kill. So in some ways, Yakinder is the best rifler on the planet, just straight up in terms of impact, and his dead-on impact rating shows that. And that can be why someone might say, well, I don't think the team's that good. I do think Yakinder is. I think it's certainly both, but yeah, maybe it's inflated.
Right now he's middle of the pack alongside all the other members of Team Liquid. This isn't a collapse from 1 or 2, but simply an outclass from the opposite 5. MOUZ will lose a player towards the top of Banana. Frozen's done such a good job of being the jackknife in this situation. Doesn't matter what or who Team Liquid throw his way, it's constant on the headshots. And there's a possibility of a follow-through here. Dexter at the helm. Smokes both ways. He gets ahead of one, sees a player back in quad, and that's Nitro, looking to deliver anything, but he gets bested by the opposite IGL. Elige comes through from Coffins, and he will at least find those 2 off of the flash from Yakinder, an assist that seemed needed. Torzi, bomb in hand, missed shot. Yakinder's come out, and finally a chance maybe for Team Liquid's second, unless JDC, who has very quietly, silently climbed up that scoreboard, sees Yakinder, topples him first, and now all he has to do is find Nap in these final 30 seconds. Oh, but he didn't see him. Maybe 4-3. Nap slides out, no response from JDC, and we've got Team Liquid, but it's only a second round.
Yeah, it's a second round, so whatever, they'll still take it. I think Liquid still believe they can get back into the game. They, of course, have to prove it, but in terms of just winning in the late round, if it's not 13-2 scoreline, which it still could potentially be, I think there will still be hope alive for them. However, you know, it's a very competitive round still. MOUZ come out with an excellent tactic to double swing OC on the off angle, so OC can get maximum 1. He can't get pre-fired by Torzi like he did in the previous rounds, but he can't escape if the second guy gets out. And there's that sliver angle. Torzi taking it one more time. OC on that off angle again. Will he back up into Torzi? That's the question.
Oh,
we are working on the finest margins right now.
Oh, Frozen!
No, that he has to dodge a flash, and Frozen swings off it. OC really doesn't even have a chance to shoot back, man.
Dude, Frozen cannot be stopped.
He tried to copy and paste that same angle. OC has been getting countered almost every single round.
And yet, wildly enough, tied with Yakinder as the top fraggers of Liquid. I say top fraggers, but I think they're all kind of mid at the moment.
I don't expect to see this performance coming through in the next. Oh, Jesus Christ!
And that's sick because there's no tracers.
Yeah.
That's just exertion getting the better of Nap. Frozen sticks around and feasts on Yakinder. But again, Team Liquid chasing something that's simply not there. Torzi will hold flank, A-site plant goes down, and unless Team Liquid have fixated half of their boot camp onto the T side of Inferno, this one seems so incredibly unlikely.
Yeah, they're getting pieced up on opening duels. Round after round, Liquid, their position falls apart so quickly they have no chance to even think about how to play a mid-round. It's not even like that at all. Just lose half of the map, lose control of it. Usually the bomb goes down with a man advantage for MOUZ Sports. It's almost never been a situation where MOUZ are planting 2vx because they snuck their way into a site and they put the bomb down. As soon as MOUZ plant, usually they've already won, which is an unbelievable thing to say. And now we are, you know, potential for a 13-2 half here for MOUZ Sports, even with the crowd on Liquid's side. And JDC, man, 18 frags. He has been doing incredible work here on back-to-back Inferno performances off the Challenger stage.
Holding it. Easy angle for Exertion. Final buy coming out of Team Liquid, looking for, again, a 3-12 half.
Yeah.
Wild scenes, man. Torzy really hasn't even had a chance to shoot too much. You know, we look at the other stars right now of JDC, Frozen, and Exertion, all shining within this first half of Map 1. Map 1 in the sense that the Legends has begun today. MOUZ not going to skip a beat. A week of warm-up on this stage in front of this crowd. I think it's safe to say they have found their groove. They're in the zone. They're about to push past with yet another. Exertion reacts, turns, sees the barrel of OC, knows there's a two-player setup here. They're going to poke each other through the wall. JDC just electrically slides through that mid setup. Look how it quickly scrambles what was the apartments hold back into the pit. You know, Team Liquid are just hoping to hold on for dear life. And Exertion, with the killer instinct, continues to keep it close.
He's trying to catch the rotation back in the site, but JDC, oh, Napfly's in pit.
That's something.
JDC.
Something of a hold. Push out from Yakinder. JDC's point blank. OC in the pocket, just trying to minimize himself, but a missed shot certainly won't help. Frozen flies through. Nitro, all that's left over in what he has made into a 1 versus 2. They pause for a moment, put down that smoke, which has been this just ominous presence every single time we've seen Team Liquid try to come to this A site for the retake. They're constantly diverted back around towards short, and then MOUZ just give them nothing. Nobody to shoot at, no information in position, and Nitro's gonna have to walk in and play this one blind. All three players around that 30 health mark. It's gonna come down to the wire as bombs beyond the halfway point. Hopes of Nitro seeming slim, looks back sight, shows himself, and Frozen comes up with it. MOUZ with a 13-2 domination to start this Legend stage. We'll be back in a moment to see if Team Liquid can kick it up a notch or to see if they're even beaten.
Flash.
Flashing.
He's
Bomb.
car. Dead. Too heavy.
Nice. I was making CT.
I can do back flash.
One more.
Flashing, flashing. He's fallen. Boom.
We're gonna be together. Nice. That's all good.
In
Sorry,
someone
Hunt.
hunt
Left
already.
on CT. Left
Yes.
on. No, he's close already. He's already close.
Slowly.
I smoke through.
I'm just chilling on A,
Take
bro.
it.
Yeah, sick, David. Nice run, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Hey Future Pros! Back on Inferno, and I wanted to show you the deep mid smoke that G2 popularized. To throw the smoke, get into the corner next to this bench. Aim at the top right corner of this support beam and jump throw the smoke. This smoke will keep the T's a bit further back if they were planning on doing something fast in mid, and will also block some smoke setups the T's like to use. If you have a spare HE, you can use the cover of the smoke to get some really deep nades down mid. This one is too easy, so I don't think you Future Pros need any luck here.
Believe your eyes, folks. John DeCastro, JDC, revolutionizing here in the Legends stage as all of a sudden there is a tremble within the expectations. Team Liquid, Cologne finalists, bounce into this one saying they feel great off that fresh boot camp, but MOUZ at the moment are the embodiment of momentum. 3-0 streak through that challenger stage. Was it an easy run? Not for Team Liquid. Not for the first 15 in this one. Only 3 rounds away from victory with the CT side of Inferno in front of them. It seems like it could be a quick day in the office for MOUZ.
There are closer than they appear 13-2 leads. This is not one of them. MOUZ definitely earned it every step of the way. See if they can complete the map.
Exertion gonna pop nap. Elish comes through with the double Glock rock. That's at least something for Team Liquid. A post plant, perhaps. Sure enough, locked in. It's going to need to be a miraculous run in this second half. Pistol alleviates that little bit of pressure, gives us a chance to at least feel out Team Liquid, because we'd be going into tomorrow with no knowledge as to what they have to offer. But in this post plant, 2 more go down. It needs to be the ace, and Elish will get dropped by Frozen, who's so fast on that flank. 21 kills and a 14-2.
Yeah, 14-2. You got to think that that was Liquid's real last chance here. It's going to be a force. It's going to be a force after that. And Liquid, if they didn't believe they were going to lose this map, I think that is becoming very real in their minds now. With this locked in, it's got to feel good if you're MOUZ Sports. Coming into the new stage, everyone playing so damn well. And this is just a high contrast match where it is clearly MOUZ are doing such amazing things. When they clearly have dry run so much, their spacing and composure on their splits, being able to walk down time and still not look like they were rushed or desperate in any situation, and then Liquid making tons of mistakes, OC getting countered constantly, not being able to control Banana, I think a single time in that half. I think Liquid, they deserve to have 2 rounds in this game, unfortunately.
Hey, man, keep it real. I think this is really cool for the storylines of, like, you know, this argument that always happens from Challenger stage to Legends, that being here a week early, getting accustomed to the environment, winning games as well. It looks great. It looks fantastic on Torzi. 4 kills with the A1S. JDC is going to get those last 2. It's a full house on the arch side for MOUZ, and an empty cathedral for Team Liquid, dude. It's silent on their side of the camp.
Yeah, and it's always loud, so, but this is the lowest loud. That's the lowest loud. That's the best we could say. It's still louder than most places in events of this caliber, but the drummers are definitely chilling out at this moment. There it is. Last attempt, all on pistols. Even in that last round, man, they just ran into an arch setup with a crossfire, waiting for that exact play to come their way. Liquid getting read as easily as a picture book right now.
No reason for MOUZ to let off the pedal. Massive margin of error for them. Confidence boiling over, spilling onto Team Liquid and burning them, because this is absolutely going to leave a mark on the confidence. Scorched earth for Team Liquid as they try to get into that A site. It's Nitro at the forefront. We've got some tidbits of utility. They're just going to have to try their best to buck through, but JDC will go down empty-handed. It's Torzi in the bomb site, 2 kills made easy, a 4 versus 2, and this result leaves the North American hopes whimpering. And MOUZ, I said it once, I'll say it again, the embodiment of momentum. That 3-0, no fluke. And the result of it is a total blowout to start this Legend stage. We thought these games were going to be action-packed every step of the way, but all of the action here at the start of day 1 is on the side of MOUZ. That should send a message to the rest of the Legends.